So here we are in traffic, and this morning, what I wanted to talk to you about is I had another experience where I hit the vibrational stage again, but this was completely accidental, just like last time. And this is telling me, potentially, this is only the second time that I've experienced this, but there's a potential that lucid dreams, at least for me, are the key to achieving the vibrational stage, because I still haven't been able to successfully achieve the vibrational stage through normal relaxing. And well, here's what happened. So I'm in this dream. Where I'm in my neighborhood. I'm in some sort of neighborhood that's similar to mine. And well, I was just with some friends, and we were kind of just messing around. We were looking for, at least I was looking for, a vehicle to ride on. And the type of vehicle I'm talking about is maybe a scooter, skateboard, bike. And then on the lawn, I saw this scooter. So I picked it up and I tried riding it, but for some reason, one of the wheels was damaged. And well, every time I'd move it forward, it would kind of swerve. And what's interesting about this dream is that I was tired. I was like sleepy tired. And I was trying to keep myself awake, but I really couldn't. And I just remember walking down the road, the neighborhood, just holding the scooter in my hand. Just like my eyes are droopy, and I'm just trying to stay awake. And that's when I noticed there's this writing in the sky. And right now, it's afternoon, it's dusk, it's kind of sunset, where you can see all these varieties of colors just blending in with each other and mixing in with each other. These reds, these oranges, these yellows, and it was extremely beautiful. But in the sky, I noticed this writing, this kind of neonish graffiti writing. And it wasn't a 2D surface writing. It was like a 3-dimensional writing in the sky that existed in and of itself, just floating there. But it wasn't just floating there, it was also a part of the sky. I don't know why there was writing there. I don't know if my subconscious mind or anything else was trying to relay a message over to me. But one of the words that I could make out was because. Now, I don't know why, but in the dream state, it's really hard to read. Because normally when we are awake, when we read, we can look at a simple word. Let's say the word grove, because I'm passing Grove Way right now. Let's look at the word grove. And when we see the word grove, we just read it in an instant. We don't have to look at the G, the R, the O, the V, the E. We just read grove in an instant. Well, in the dream world, the only way I could read things was by carefully concentrating on it and looking at each individual letter so that I could make out each individual letter just to be able to read the entire word itself. So I remember seeing a second set of letters somewhere else, and I couldn't make out as much as the previous set of words, but I was able to make out a V, an A, and an N in the middle of a word in a sentence. Now, this is where I experienced a shift in consciousness. This is where, because I was trying to focus so hard on reading the words, I think I kind of woke myself up. I kind of got into a meditative state, because when I'm meditating, I'm usually focused on a single point in front of me, and I just stare at it, and I try to be present, and I try to be aware. And that's pretty much what happened when I was just staring at a point, at the words, where I was just being present and aware. And I started to wake up and become more conscious. And that's when it hit me again. And just like last time, even though it wasn't as much of a punch to the face as the last time, it was more of like a light switch flipping. It was just like a ding and then a going on in my head. And again, it felt kind of uncontrollable, but it was still a lot less intense than the last time. I didn't hear any voices. I didn't experience any descending. I didn't see as many bright colors. I just remember focusing on the vibrations shaking up the inside of my head, and I remember losing control of my eyelids, or actually what I perceived to be losing control of my eyelids, and my eyes kind of rolling up to the back of my head. And, well, right as the vibrational stage was hitting me, I remember thinking to myself, oh, this again. Awesome. So, this time, I just let it roll throughout me, and then within what felt like to be about 5 to 10 seconds, or maybe, what it felt like to be 5 to 10 seconds, after it subsided a little bit and things turned dark again, I said to myself, clarity now. And this is when I started to see a part of my room. I saw a part of my room, a perspective of my room that I shouldn't have been able to see if I was laying straight on the bed. Now, I say that because I was questioning in my mind, oh, what if my eyes were open and then my brain was just kind of perceiving what was in front of me, and I was just kind of looking at what I was looking at from my bed. But no, that wasn't the case, because what I saw was a door that's next to my bed. But if I was looking at that door from where I was laying down in the bed, there would have been a nightstand and a lamp kind of blocking part of my view, and I would have seen that. But when I said clarity now, coming out of the vibrations, I was able to see, like, I was directly facing the door, and I was in front of the door in a way to where I was about a foot, 2 feet away from the door. And not only that, but the colors of the door were a lot more intense. It's a white door. And the color of the sun just shining through the blinds onto this white door was so much more intense, so much more beautiful. The color of the sky was coming through the blinds too. I could see the blueness on the whiteness of the door. And normally, let me move this out of the way. No, that's not working. Okay, come on. Okay, cool. Normally if I was awake, the colors would not be that intense. And, that also makes me think, I wonder what my vision is compared to this real life 3D existence, and what's my vision like with my astral eyes, with my consciousness eyes. And maybe it'll be different. So I got a good view of a different perspective of the door in my room, and right about this point, right about this moment, I feel my girlfriend kind of cough, or kind of like sigh or something like that. She made a noise because at the time she was awake and she was on my laptop and she was just watching movies because we woke up earlier that morning, and I decided to go back to sleep. So I ended up coming back to my body, waking up, and I thought to myself, man, I really would have liked to stay out longer. I would have really liked to be able to actually move around, but at the same time, I'm extremely happy that I even got this far in the first place, because this is so much further than what I experienced last time. I don't know what I'm going to experience next time, but so far the correlations I'm seeing between this time and last time is that I got to the vibrational stage through a dream, or through a lucid dream, through some sort of dream state, because I personally believe that if I could get that relaxed in the dream state, then that's one of the only ways I can get that relaxed in the first place. And another note on that is that online, I'm seeing all of these different ways, these different methods of how to get to the vibrational stage or how to astral project. And what my experience has taught me so far is that potentially everybody is different. Everybody will have their own way of achieving the vibrational stage and achieving astral projection through their own means. I've heard of people just finding out about astral projection and just pulling it off within the first few days or even the first night of hearing about it. Now, not everyone's going to be like that. That's what I'm assuming, because I've been trying this since December, and right now it's February. It's past the I think it's February 22nd right now, maybe even February 23rd. Today is, let's see, today it's past the 20th, I know that, and today is a Wednesday. So yeah, if you haven't achieved the vibrational stage yet, or you haven't been able to see anything, just keep trying different methods, keep going with it, because the only way you could fail with this is if you just stop in the first place. But at the same time, if you do stop, I've heard about people who would just take a break, and in taking that break, because they weren't even thinking about astral projection, they ended up doing it. And I think that's kind of what happened to me too. I didn't know that this would happen through a dream or through a lucid dream. But hey, you know, I could keep ranting about this. I could keep talking about this, sharing my thoughts. But when it comes down to it, I haven't actually projected yet. I haven't actually gotten fully out of my body, fully be able to explore. But in making this video, I'm gonna just keep documenting. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that I have to say for now. I'll keep on updating this along my astral projection journey, and I'll be talking about really whatever's on my heart or whatever's on my mind on this YouTube channel. So this is the second video. I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.